you are doing, you are finding new thing about some coconut product, scientific product. You found new scientific product of the coconut. Now, to introduce that scientific product to the world, first you have to publish it in front of an expert group. So you have to introduce your finding in front of the international expert group. International expert group, not company. That means there are university, there are several bodies there, but the company is actually academic groups are there. Through these academic groups, like mostly universities. Through the university, you have to introduce your product to the world. Later, it will be taken by the company. Now, the group of judges or the panelists in front of you from Japan, Canada, China, India, and you are going to introduce your product. What you are going to say? I did a very important experiment using poultry, and that poultry is a very common tree in Sri Lanka. And that poultry, then you are saying that poultry, so you are using the name coconut tree, then you are saying Japanese means no. What is it? I'm the name of done coconut. Polio dan sama English dan negeri Indian manusia dan coconut can English polio dan he knows. And another person from China, he was very English use karane dan name. Sale your product is sale. So then the organism available on the planet use different names in different countries. But it is not valid in scientific forum. For the scientific studies, for the scientific explanation, we can't use the common names because it creates problems among the countries to understand about the organism. Therefore, internationally, we should have a common name for each organism for scientific the processes. For scientific studies, scientific introductions, we need a common name for each organism. Now, if we use a common name, all the international community knows that common name. For example, the coconut tree, the common name is called Cocos musifera. Cocos musifera. Scientific name. Now, when you introduce your product, you will say, yes, I did the research from Cocos musifera. The Cocos musifera is a common plant in Sri Lanka. And everyone knows because it is the internationally recognized name for the coconut tree. It's not create problems. Understood? So likewise, therefore, all the organisms on the planet Earth are given a scientific name for the study purposes. Thank you. Together in the Amma can put him at a Cocos musifera Homo sapiens sapiens. And English letters only. The term is Latin. It's not an English language. The language is Latin. Still, the world is not using Latin. It's a dead language like Latin. Latin use but we use English letters. They are symbols. English letters is a symbol. Anyhow, China use as a international rule regulation. So remember, that is only for scientific purpose. No, so at that time we are using the common name. But for the scientific purpose only, we are using the name scientific names. But remember, it is an international name. So it should be a common for everyone. Therefore, when we are writing, when we are introducing, or when we are telling that name to someone, we have to use common rules and regulations. Yes. When we are writing the name scientifically, we have to follow common rules and regulations. Because this is an international name. So all the people in the world should have to understand what is this. Clear. Then there are rules. What are the rules in this scientific nomenclature? This is called scientific nomenclature. Giving a scientific name for the organism. All activity is scientific name. The trees, the plant, the insect, the scientific. If scientific name is not there, that belongs to a particular new species. Then you will find that species as a new by studying the common character, the phylum characters, you study the class character. Because of that, then you find it as a new species. Then you can put your name also. Okay. Okay. Now, what are the rules we should use in the scientific nomenclature? First rule, number one, is that scientific name should have two names. Example, the mother is two names in anybody. The scientific name here should have two names, but these two names should belong to. First name should be their genus. Two names. First one, genus. But taxonomically, genus different. Ultimately, species. Genus name and species. First name should be the genus name. Second name should be the species name. First name is the genus name. Second name should be the species name. Therefore, when we say Coccus nucifera, Coccus is the genus name. Nucifera is the species. Second rule. Second one. The first letter of the genus name. First letter of the genus name should be an English capital letter. Block letter. All the other letters should be simple letters. With the species name also. Focus very C-O-U-S. Focus. First letter should be English capital letter. And we are writing the scientific name in English letter. We are writing the name in English letter. The first letter should be English block letter. And all the other letters be simple. Species name is even from a capital letter. Only the first letter of the genus name should be capital letter. Scientific name. That is the second rule. First rule, the name should have two names. First one genus name, second one species name. Genus name, the first letter should be English capital letter, block letter. Next one. Third rule, when we are writing this scientific name by our handwriting, after writing the scientific name, we have to underline these two separately. Wrong. We have to underline two names separately. So this is the scientific name. But when you are typing it or when you are printing in a printed document, this is not the method. Okay, this is same Binomial, genus name, species name, first letter is capital, but you have to type it in italics. Italics is a format. Okay. Example. So when you are printing, when we are writing the common name is line, when you are printing this scientific name in a document, you have to use italics. Panthera leo is the scientific name. P is the Panthera is the genus name, Leo is the species name, but the P is capital letter. And here is it underlined? No. Why? It's a printed document. So in books, you are not given this underlying one, you are given only this italics letters scientific name. So then you identify it as a this is a scientific name. Scientific paper එකක් කියවනවා කියනකොට there is a name or the English වචන දෙකක් තියෙනවා. But it is in italics. First name is block letter. You recognize this should be the scientific. In the scientific name search කරපුවාම you can find what is the organism there. Okay. So this is the figure. That is the other rule of this scientific nomenclature. There are many rules in that, but you have to familiar with those 4 rules there. 2 names should be there. First name, genus name. Second name, species name. First name should be starting from the English block letter. All the letters should be English simple letters. And when you are writing it, you have to underline the name. And when you are printing it, you have to use the italic letters to print it. Right. Now, example, other example. All the scientific names. Italic name, quantitative, okay. Now, example, we can paper it all the make a question. Scientific name of the lion. First answer. Now, second question we can answer. So now I wrote 3 scientific names, 4 scientific names, 4 names there. Introduce the line scientific names. So what is the correct one? I wrote 4 names here. I wrote 4 names there. Is it printed? The one in okay, I mean, here what is the answer? Third one. If it is given in your paper, in the exam paper, we have to put it wrong. The exam paper, you are given the underline one also. Underline one also given. What is the correct name? But it's a paper, printed one. You are given the printed one. Well, only if you are handwriting only, you can use this one. But in any examination, the scientific use this one. It's using the tools there. That is scientific nomenclature, scientific nomenclature. So why we use this scientific nomenclature? That is to avoid the problems occurring when we are using common names. Right? The same animal will be the name in different names in different countries. For example, we have Lanka, English cat කියනවා ඉංග්‍රීසි ghetto කියනවා තමිලෙන් කුඩි කියනවා ඔය ඔක්කොම කියන්න කිව්වොත් මේ scientific forum එකේ නේද ඉබ්බෑ so we should have common name here. Right. That is called using two names. Here using two names to introduce the organism. But remember, some organisms have three names. For example, humans. Our scientific name is Homo. What is our scientific name? Homo. Sapien. Scientific name now, I have to underline. We have three names. This is called subspecies group. Because some organisms have subspecies. We are belong to all of them. For example, the Neanderthals story. There were two groups of humans in the history. One is called Homo sapiens sapiens. Other one is called Homo sapiens Neanderthals. So Homo sapiens sapiens and Neanderthals are also Homo sapiens. We also Homo sapiens, but we have very slight differences. Therefore, we were belong to two subspecies. But it is not meaning that we cannot make fertile offspring. When Neanderthals and sapiens were made together, they made fertile offspring. Why? They were belong to the same species. But their intelligence level is somewhat different from each other. They were belong to the subspecies. And elephants are the Elephas maximus maximus. Elephant scientific name. And the Elephas maximus african. For example, the African nali koi Lanka reality made karot pattern nahi. Different species. African elephant koi Lanka elephant koi, I think same genus. Therefore, they share common characters, some characters, but different species. They cannot make offspring. Elephants and Asian elephants and African elephants. Okay. So remember, this is not a common one, but this scientific nomenclature also introduced by our scientist Carolus Linnaeus. Is the scientist Carl Linnaeus, Carolus Linnaeus, Carl Linnaeus. English then Latin American Carolus again. In British they are called Carl Linnaeus. Different names used. So that anyhow, the Carolus Linnaeus is the one who introduced this binomial nomenclature, scientific nomenclature. Those are the rules we have to use during this binomial nomenclature system. I will check your papers, and you also need to send your papers to my WhatsApp number. Lakpindu Petma, others. Because Mama දැක්ක මේ ලස්සන උත්තර ලියලා දෙනවා මට ආසයි හිතුණා බලන්න ඒක. අමුතු scientific මේ ideas තියෙනවා ඒක මට තේරුණා. So I have to find I'm going to Right, let's go through the first question immediately. Yeah. And here Figure 1.1 shows some cells from the lining of the trachea. Describe the functions of the nucleus and cell membrane. A nucleus functions. Remember, when you ask this type of question, you have to mention the main function first. There may be different functions, but you have to write the main function first. What is the main function? To control the cellular activities. And when you write the cell division, that is also correct. Okay, so when you write it, the store of all genetic information, that is also correct. But first you have to write the main function. That is the one function is, you can write many because it's these kind of functions here. You can write more than one. Control the cell activities, cell division, and the all genetic information there. Cell membranes control the transport of substances in and out of the cell. Then you can write osmosis is another function, and what else? The phagocytosis is another function, and get the signals from the surrounding is another function. They are function, but what is the main function? Control the transport of substances in and out of the cell. Control the transport of substances in and out of the cell. And protection of the cell, that is also correct. Protection of the cell, they are correct. But the first your answer should be the given priority to the main function. The cells in figure 1.1 from a tissue. Now it's a ciliated epithelium. You can identify when you are given that. You should recognize now because we have now learned ciliated cells. What is the tissue? Define a tissue. A group of cells which have common characters and which are adapted to perform a specific function. Group of cells, they are adapted to perform a specific function, but they are sharing some common features there in a tissue. The goblet cell secretes mucus. Describe the role of mucus and cilia in trachea. Describe the role of mucus and cilia on trachea. First, you describe what is the role of mucus. What is the role of mucus? Yes, the mucus will stick the polluted substances. So debris is present in the inhaled air. Yes, mucus will, or you can get clean the air by sticking the particles in the inhaled air. You are calculated understand. It stick the substances present in inhaled air and purify it. And what is the function of cilia then? Transport mucus upwardly in the trachea. Transport mucus upwardly in the trachea. Next one. Figure 1.2 shows the cell from region B of the cell in right? Use the letters from figure 1 to complete table 1.1. Write one letter only each box to identify the function. You may use each letter once, more than once, or not at all. Controls movement of substances into and out of the cell. What is the structure? G, cell membrane. Exerts a pressure to help maintain the shape of the cell. Cell wall. J. Produces sugars using light as a source of energy. Chloroplast. What is it? L. Withstand the internal pressure of the cell. No, internal pressure withstand by the K or vacuole or the cell wall. J. Okay. Exert a pressure to help maintain the shape of the cell. Speculate that. Withstand internal pressure of the cell, yes. Control the activities of the cell, nucleus, F. Shows images of red cells from the human A and bird B. B is a bird, can get red blood cells, A is a human. State the function of red blood cells. Transport oxygen in the body. Transport hemoglobin, transport oxygen in the body. There is a nucleus present in each of the red blood cells of bird as shown in figure 3.1. State the function of nucleus. Control the cellular activities. One. Human red blood cells do not contain a nucleus. State advantage of this. It can get more volume to have more hemoglobin. More volume to have more hemoglobin. Figure 1.1 shows that animal cell and plant cell are seen with light microscope. Table 1.1 shows some structural features of the animal cell and the plant cell. Figure 1.1 complete the table by finishing the rows of nucleus. Structural feature animal cell, plant cell wall, animal cell cross, absent, plant cell present. Nucleus, animal cell present, plant cell present. Another feature, cell wall, yes. Animal cell, cell wall, cell wall, yeah. Cell membrane, yes. Cell membrane, present. Make pain again, right? Now back here, animal cell absent, plant cell present. Another one, cytoplasm, yes, present. Another one, chloroplast, yes, animal cell absent, plant cell present. So you have to write only what you can see here in the diagram. Another one, chloroplast එක තමයි කියන්නේ. දෙකේම තියෙනවා ඒක මොකක්ද? Nucleolus. Inside the nucleus, there's a nucleolus. In both. දෙකේම තියෙනවා නේද? Nucleus එක ඇතුළේ. Nucleolus. Right. Yeah. Right. Under binomial nomenclature in your handout, all the information are given. Take a keyword in the handout again. මේක දෙන්නේ මේ නිකන් තියාගෙන ඉන්න නෙමෙයි ගෙදර. ගෙදරට බලන්න එහෙම නෙමෙයි ඔයාලට කියවන්න. Here in page 6 you are given binomial nomenclature. The reason for classification, who did the classification, and the international the codes or the rules for the binomial nomenclature is given. Okay. Right. So we'll do the next. Okay, then we'll stop here. No questions? No, any questions there?